Hello, I'm here today with Yakir, also known as Force.
Oh,
He is a Twitch streamer from Israel, a Jewish Twitch streamer from Israel, and all of you might have heard about the huge drama over at Twitch, and if not, you're in for a ride. Um, yeah, but I wanted Force to tell us a little bit about his experience as an Israeli Twitch streamer, because I've been hearing all sorts of things, and I've never actually spoken or heard an Israeli streamer about this. So
mhm.
I thought this might be a good chance to you know have this conversation. So
Yeah, sure.
so I'll take us back to October of last year, essentially. Ha, uh,
October of last year.
yeah, and tell us all about it from the Twitch streamer perspective.
Actually, it was around like the start of the war, like before the start of the war. We recently took a PUBG Mobile campaign from Stream Elements, and me personally, because of the war, I couldn't continue creating content for a while.
Why?
It's just the mental burden, honestly. It felt like a bit too much, trying to smile in front of my audience when really I'm a mess. It wasn't like colliding really well. So I took a break off of streaming and I came back. Stuff was as usual. Nothing, we didn't seem anything, we didn't seem like everything has changed. We didn't like noticed everything changing. But slowly but surely, we noticed viewership dropping down, especially the average viewership dropping down drastically over the months, and we couldn't understand why it was happening because I was pumping out content over to TikTok. My TikToks were doing pretty well. They got to like 500,000 views, 200K, 100K
Okay, just to make it clear for the audience, your TikToks were in Hebrew.
in Hebrew.
Okay, there are 9 million Hebrew speakers probably in the world, I think, something like that. So
Yeah,
so anything above 100K is a lot of views in Hebrew.
it's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's like 1% of the population, of the world population. That, 100K is 1% of the population essentially. So that's huge.
yeah. After all that, nothing really changed. Viewers kept dropping, and no one. It was a universal thing. It wasn't like only this channel is experiencing viewership drops. Only that channel. Everyone across the board was noticing it. Everyone across the board was feeling it, but no one was really talking about it.
So at this point, you started to suspect that for some reason, all of the Israeli streamers on Twitch are getting less views. This is essentially what you've noticed.
Yeah. First of all, I thought it was like something with the discoverability of our streams. I thought perhaps some of us are shadow banned on Twitch,
Tell our audience what
which
that means. What
which
what does it
means
mean?
you
Discoverability and
can't.
shadowban. Discoverability and shadowban.
Discoverability means basically how easily you can find me while I'm streaming or while I'm not streaming. Like how easily can you find my channel? And on Twitch, it's pretty hard to find someone's channel in general. And the second part was uh
Shadowband.
shadowban. Yeah. Uh Being shadowbanned on Twitch means you basically cannot search for the channel. Like if you search the name, the channel will not pop up. You won't be first on the search results. Uh that's basically what it means. And the discoverability will be as full. It will be as bad as you can imagine. So that's that. We all noticed that and did nothing. And around May, I've had a friend of mine, which is also a streamer named Tawila,
Oh, I know this guy. Yeah.
Khan Tawila, Khan. Um Basically, me and him talked, and he told me that no Israelis can create accounts on Twitch, and he showed me the error and everything. Like, you have the error message, right? I can show it as well, but basically, huge error message in the code itself that says country IP blocked. There is no other way you can go around it, even if the, let's say, Palestinian Authority was blocked and the Gaza Strip, it still doesn't make a percentage of sense, because they haven't done that in Russia and Ukraine. They haven't done that in Sudan. They haven't done that in any other kind of conflict that's happening around the world currently. They've
Well,
done it specifically to Israel.
if I were to try and defend them for a second, one could argue that, well, yeah, they didn't do it in other places, but no other place works so hard to get images of dead babies out into the world. So you could
I
say that.
mean, I mean, yeah, but they did it in a way which wasn't public.
Yeah.
If they could have
Also, actually, now that I think of it, the internet services that that Gaza is getting and the Palestinian Authority, these come from Egypt and Jordan, I think. So if you were
you're not wrong about that.
oh
Like,
yeah,
at least half of their ISPs come from them.
okay, so yeah, so I try to be the devil's advocate, and apparently some cases are impossible to advocate for.
I mean, it's hard to argue for Twitch here, because it's not just the geoblock.
Yeah,
It's the other stuff that came with it,
go on
which
then.
made it to like blow up as much as it did.
So
Uh,
Tawila showed you this, and you understood essentially that this must be why your viewership is dropping, because if the platform isn't getting any new users that are your potential viewers, then it's impossible for you to grow. You will, by definition, you will shrink.
yeah, and that's exactly what happened. And at around May, I've at least me. I was in a friend group before like when I knew about the stuff, got uh when I got when I got the info that no Israeli can sign up on Twitch. I knew that I had to do something about it, so I tried to contact support. I tried to send emails to their support,
The Twitch support.
Twitch support. Yeah, I've tried to talk with them in any way I can, and it just didn't seem to really work out very well at the end. And after all that hassle, it barely did anything. It did nothing at all, actually. Um, so
Did the other Israeli streamers also try to contact Twitch support?
yes, they
Here's what
did
I
try.
understand. Here's what I understand. Tell me, what do you know about this? Because you must know better than I do. Okay?
Okay.
It is my understanding that Twitch has outsourced its support to Egypt, essentially.
Yes
Like,
and no. It's not the support itself. It's the ones that manage the, like, banning of people and geo bans, everything in between. Like, it's a trust and safety manager. Like, the managing, it's over there.
okay, so your support tickets, were they ignored, or were they answered? Well, how did it work?
A lot of them were ignored. Like, we got the automatic response from them saying that our ticket has been submitted, and you can go a week, 2, 3, and no response back.
That's interesting. Okay.
And when some people did get a response, the response was shallow, as like, you are ineligible to create an account. That's
Like,
what it is. Nothing
ah,
else.
like the ticket is, hey, I can't create an account, and the response is, yeah, at this time you're ineligible to create an account.
Yeah,
Something
exactly
like
like
that.
that.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, go on.
Um,
We're talking May, about
so
May, right?
yeah, so that didn't work. So I tweeted out at Twitch support saying like essentially essentially talking about everything that happened across the entire year up until that point, because we didn't know anything about it. We didn't know that the ban was several months in place. We knew that the ban was around like maybe a few months, maybe like 2 3 months. We didn't know that it was since the 13th of October,
Yeah.
which is the global day of jihad as well, but that's another topic. um
Wait, tell us about
this
that. Oh,
the
yeah,
global day of jihad.
yeah. Wait. So the 13th of October. Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir.
how do you know that this is the date where Twitch banned Israel?
uh there is evidence in the code. It was hard coded in the 13th of October and was published on that same day.
Okay, and what else has there been on the 13th of October? What does it mean, Global Day of Jihad? From your
uh
understanding, of course.
from my understanding and from my research that I've done, Global Day of Jihad is a day where previous Hamas leader was uh, urging people to go and protest for Palestine and occupied lands, basically, as he called it. And he didn't specifically say to protest against, like, protest for the freedom of Palestine. He specifically said protest against Zionists. So, something is like a bit fishy with that. With the date being the 13th of October, and it's the same date as the geoban.
Okay, okay, go on. So you tweeted out about this issue.
So I tweeted out about this issue. Tweet didn't gain any traction. We tried uploading a submission to the Reddit-like forum for help and feedback. So I uploaded my feedback there, which is people cannot create accounts in the regions of Israel/Palestine. I specifically added that, so maybe they will respond to it if Palestine was included as well. So they didn't respond.
Do they
They
normally
deleted.
respond? Do they normally respond?
They normally don't delete the feedback. They
Oh,
deleted the feedback in less than 24 hours.
and who is they? Is it Twitch themselves?
Twitch,
Like Twitch,
Twitch
Twitch
themselves.
is the manager of the Reddit section about Twitch. Is that it?
Not the Reddit section. It's a forum that looks like Reddit, acts like Reddit, but isn't Reddit.
Okay.
It's user voice, basically. That's the name. It's only for feedback, and they just deleted our feedback after less than 24 hours.
Okay, how many times? So you must have thought, okay, maybe it's a mistake or some bug, so you tried again?
No, I didn't try again. At
Okay,
that point, I was just like, I tried there, and nothing.
that's incredible. Okay, and that's,
So
yeah, go on.
that's in May. So from May up until October of this year, thousands of ignored mails. Nothing that, like, nothing. They didn't answer a simple question: why are we blocked? We didn't even ask like for the ban to be removed. We asked why are we blocked. We wanted to know why the block is in place in the first place, and they didn't give us an explanation about it. So 5 months go on, and the entire situation with Twitch escalates out of nowhere because of a panel on TwitchCon that they did, which they we're ranking people from Arab coded up until to Love Sabra, which is a hummus brand, a Jewish hummus brand, and they try to downplay it as that.
Okay, wait, just for
It's
the
not.
audience, the top of the panel, like it was a tier list. At the top was Arab, and at the bottom was loves Sabra. Now, Sabra can be interpreted in several different ways. It could be an Israeli hummus brand, as you said. It
Yes.
could be the English name for tzabar, which means in Israeli culture, it's a Jewish person born in Israel, like a Zionist Israeli, tzabar, sabra.
Yeah.
Also, what I've recently understood, there was a superhero. There is a Marvel superhero called Sabra, and she is
Oh yeah.
and she is
I saw that
Israeli.
as well.
Yeah, she's Israeli. So loves Sabra could be codename for loving Israel, right? Because you love that person who's Israeli, and there was a whole fuss about removing her from the movie or something like that because she's
Yeah.
Israeli and you don't want to upset the Muslims or something like that. So you
I
can't
mean, they
have Israel.
basically admitted it as well in the panel itself, where they said, where will Ethan Klein be? Ethan Klein is H3H3,
He's a
big
Jewish content creator, yeah.
Jewish content creator, yeah. So they asked where they will put him, and uh, Frogan, one of the panel members, said that they should put him at the bottom, at the Love Sabra section, and change it to Zionist. So you can't go wrong about it. You can't go other way about it,
Yeah.
any other way.
Okay. And there was another, like some more Twitch has unbanned and invited back onto the platform some,
Yeah,
well, basically
which
almost straight up Nazis. Like,
it's not even almost straight up Nazis. It's straight up Nazi ideology that they are advocating for. And
tell me why do you, what is, tell me about that, actually. Just tell us about that.
Sneeko was unbanned, and
But Sniko is a
Sneeko,
Muslim. He wouldn't say that he's a Nazi.
it's the same ideology. It doesn't really go any other way. It's the same ideology. For he has the same ideology as the Nazis. He himself. I'm not saying like all Muslims have that ideology or anything, but like he openly said "down with the Yahud" multiple times.
What does
He
it mean, down with
openly
the Yahud?
the Yahud will go down. The Jews will go down.
Yeah, Yahud Jews. Okay.
Um, he had other instances of tweets where he said, "Don't call him dad. Don't call them dad. Don't call them Zionists. Call them as they are. Call them Jews." It's it's a whole like racism manifesto that he advocates for online.
Yeah, and they unbanned like him and a couple of other people
Yeah,
like that.
him, Myron as well from Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit is a podcast, also anti-Semitic group. Same goes as Sneeko. And yeah, the panel members of the panel we just talked about, the tier list one, almost all of them were banned, except for Hassanabi. Hassanabi is Twitch's golden boy, apparently. And ever since October 7th, he claims a lot of stuff that Israel has done, such as fabricating rape claims. He claims that he doesn't claim that every rape hasn't happened, but he hugely raises an eyebrow over that issue. He basically doesn't believe that rapes happened on October 7th.
Yeah.
It's basically what he's saying. You can't go wrong with him. And he said that if rapes did happen on October 7th, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change his perspective even a little bit. It doesn't matter. It's a retaliatory response to the Israeli occupation,
To
which is
Israel,
wild.
Israel being like a European colonial state, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
which is funny because I'm looking at you. You don't look like a European colonizer.
I'm not European, no.
No, whoa, who could have guessed? Well, so how does that work? Like, some people watching or listening to us might be confused at looking at you and hearing you speak as an Israeli, as a Jew. So
I mean,
how does that
yeah,
work?
it could be confusing for some. I'm an Ethiopian Israeli. The name like people give us and we gave ourselves is Beta Israel. Uh, yeah, we came from Ethiopia to Israel. We immigrated from there. We were there and practicing our religion beliefs all the way from the second temple in Israel, which is like over 2,000 years ago. We were practicing the exact same religious acts of that era. So yeah, that's how I'm a Jew and Ethiopian at the same time.
Yeah,
And Israeli.
Ethiopian colonizer. So
Yup.
yeah, okay. And okay, so keep going. What happened then? Like because things have recently kind of blew up with Twitch. So
Uh,
how did that affect you, or how what was your interaction with all this drama?
yeah, so after the whole drama with the tier list blew up, and Frogan one in the panel with the hijab and everything, also wished American soldiers PTSD. She dead ass on stream said that she hopes every American soldier will get PTSD. And so yeah, after all that, after all the backlash, Twitch has banned four of them and
Forever?
left Hassan. No, temporarily for 30 days, basically for us to shut up. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because the ban didn't come instantly. It only came after
the
it
ban did
caused.
not come instantly. It came after the backlash.
Yeah.
Like TwitchCon happened a month after before the backlash came. So the backlash came. I decided to DM Dan Kent Stream, the one who tweeted out about this whole thing at first. I DM'd them about the whole issue that we 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 can't create accounts in on Twitch from Israel for a very long time. He saw that and instantly pushed it, and that's how it became like the headline on Twitch right now.
Who's Dan Ken stream?
A friend of Destiny, if you know. He also runs with him the podcast Anything Else. He's an American Jew who is a streamer himself, and he runs the whole movement to get Dan Clancy banned.
And this Destiny is actually
Fired, my bad.
banned. And Destiny is actually banned from Twitch, right? He's
Destiny is
another.
banned from Twitch.
And what is he banned for?
Um, they they say that he's in ban for like they didn't clarify why he is in ban for up until very recently. And it's one clip where he said that he doesn't like the extremist trans people supporters,
Oh, okay.
like the extreme of that area he doesn't like, which is something Hassanabi also has said
Yeah, I guess it's
and got clean with it.
so. I guess it could be suspected that there is a political motive in banning Destiny and not the other guys, on
Oh, I
permanently
think there is.
banning him.
I think there definitely is.
Okay, and the status now essentially is that Twitch is still operating as usual, and I guess they're trying to
No,
weather out the
Twitch
storm.
is. They're trying to weather out the storm, but they just can't. They can't. This time they cannot do it. There is way too much fire on them right now. A
From
lot
who?
of their advertisers, especially. Dan has managed to contact advertisers and tell them, hey, your product is being pushed on this anti-Semitic streamers page, which made a lot of advertisers pull out.
We'll
So
see.
basically, Twitch is heading towards an apocalypse, which happened on YouTube years ago with PewDiePie doing his whole troll thing. So Twitch is Twitch can shut down from all of this mess. Honestly, if anything goes, if nothing goes as the plan, they're shutting down. If even half of what they want to go as planned will go as planned, they will still need to have huge layoffs. So they will lose a lot of money. There is no way here that they cannot lose money.
Okay. It will be interesting to see where this goes.
Yeah, it will boil down. I think it will take another like half a year perhaps, so, until we can see the actual result of this backlash.
Okay,
But
Force, do let me know what happens about it.
I sure will let you know.
Okay. So thank you so much for coming on and explaining the situation for us.